I successfully escaped my 9-to-5 job at the age of 27, and I'm 33 years old now, and I've seen my fair share of the good, the bad, the ugly within the workplace, as I'm sure a lot of you have as well. And I want to pass on 5 important lessons that I learned early on in my 20s, where I was thrown under a bus, office politics, dramas, getting caught up in things I didn't want to be caught up in, you name it. I've been through a lot, I'm sure you have as well. But there are 5 important things that hopefully help you move towards a life by design and escape the life that's been assigned to you. Because as all of my videos, the purpose and the outcome and the solution is to not be a wage slave until 70 years old, to retire on what will be not enough money. I've done the numbers on that in a previous video, but that's the truth. Most people, if they make it to retirement age, will actually not have enough money to sustain their current lifestyle. So look, let's get into it. Number 1, you have to have the realization of what the workplace actually is. It's very black and white. It's a contractual agreement, no more, no less. But there are too many people out there still who believe that work family is a real thing, that loyalty exists, that working hard for your employer will get you places. Well, it doesn't. The donkey doesn't own the farm, does it? I've done videos about this time and time again. It is a scam, it is a lie, call it what you want, it's all fabricated. You go in, you fulfill your role, do your tasks, your to-do list, you get paid at the end of the week, end of the month, and that's it. Don't think into it any more than that. I suppose I need to say at this point, this video is only for people who want to escape their job and build something for you and your family where you have full control of your life. If you're listening right now and you have no intention of ever being a business owner, a modern business owner / entrepreneur, whatever, content creator, someone who makes your own money, call it whatever title you want. If that's not you, there's no point watching this video, because that's who it's aimed towards, is helping people build a life by design. But you need to have the realization moment. Reframe your outlook on what the workplace actually is. And then there's number 2, true perspective. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, I'll give you an example for me. When I had my son come into my life at 20 years old, I then had someone who is so much bigger than me. I now have something to truly live for, and which has given me this all-encompassing purpose in life. And, I grew up in a family that didn't have a lot of money, but now I have my little boy. No one in my family has ever run a business or been any type of entrepreneur or done anything like that. And I love my parents to bits. They gave us everything they could, and they're incredible parents. But the buck stops with me. So my true perspective was, right, I want a life where money is never an issue, that my family and we can travel wherever, whenever, with who we want, without ever asking for permission. So I really understood what was important in life. And then that is, exploring memories, longevity, health, being unapologetically authentic, never compromising who I am as a person to satisfy someone else's needs, which is what we see in the workplace. The need for validation, the need for a job title, the need to survive, to please your manager. So, true perspective really lies when you have something bigger than yourself. And there was a common theme in my last workplace. Graduate managers, regional shift managers, area managers, you name it, whatever manager. I would always ask them when they came onto my site, I say, oh, do you have kids? And a lot of them would say no, which explained why they were such a pain in the backside. I was going to use another word, but I didn't swear. They were such a pain in the backside and very, very power hungry, because when you have a child or you have something bigger than you, you develop compassion and empathy. If one of your staff members needs to rush off to hospital to go see a family member, you understand it, you get it. You turn around and say, yeah, of course, go to your family. This is just a job. Whereas someone who doesn't have a partner or family or a bigger meaning than themselves will be very, well, you make sure you're back here. That was cracking the whip. Well, you make sure you make up time. This is lost time. If you're leaving early, you make sure tomorrow you come in early. There's no compassion, there's no empathy, because they don't have perspective. And if that is you right now, or you know someone like that, if you know them, I'd just avoid them and won't get involved with them because they don't understand. And if that is you, you need to find purpose outside of the 9 to 5, because devoting your life to a company that would replace you in a heartbeat, you only learn the hard way, unfortunately, for many people. And then number 3 is fear and consequence. Humans don't take action or change their lives until something scares them so much and that they can vision their consequence of what life will be like if they don't do something about it now. Which is why a lot of people just coast in life, which is why a lot of people don't have discipline to do the right thing, to make the hard choices now, is because they only want to change when life is too late. For example, if an employee or a regional manager or any type of employee is pulled in the office and the manager says, unfortunately, your job is being made redundant. We now have an AI software that's going to do your job. And then the employee's thinking, oh my God, I've got a mortgage to pay. I'm over leveraged. I've got a little bit of consumer debt. I've got a wife and kids to feed. What am I going to do? All I've done for the last 5-10 years is do this one job. I don't know anything else. Now they want to go back in time, and now they want to take control. They want to learn a new skill set. They wish they had done something to prepare and protect themselves. But it's always when it's too late. So at this point of the video, I urge you to find your fear. What scares you enough to take action? And then what is your consequence if you don't do the hard things now? That's really, really important. I had that at the early age of 20. I just knew if I didn't take action, not only was I going to suffer as a person that I didn't push myself, but my family would also have the ripple effect of me not achieving anything, being stuck in a job, being unfulfilled, being unhappy in my job and unhappy at home. I know too many people that are just unhappy in their jobs, and their family life suffers because of it. Now, number 4 is learning from history. You know, you can watch street interview style videos online where people go out in the street, and I've been one of those. I've asked a lot of people who are of an older generation, you know, if you could go back in time, what would you change to do with the workplace? A lot of them have said, I wouldn't have worked as hard, because a lot of them have got broken backs. You know, I use the example of like my dad working his entire life and then literally nearly dying on the job when he was attacked by dogs, which was at this workplace that he was delivering to. Worked his entire life to actually then potentially lose it on the job. You know, and this is the reality. I have great perspective as a creator who on many different platforms has a lot of people say, Aaron, you've hit the nail on the head. I was working 18 years, 20, 35 years for this company. They let me go. They didn't care. I was removed out of all the groups. And then that takes us back to point number 1. They then have the realization moment too late. They're like, oh my God, what was I doing devoting my life to a company that now that I'm gone and I'm no use to them, they don't give a hoot about me? And that's the reality. Again, so if you can have the realization as soon as possible, you will just operate in a smarter way for yourself. And it's totally fine to be selfish, by the way. And then number 5 is possibility. There are not enough people out there, and you might be one of them, that doesn't believe that you could ever escape a job because it just doesn't sound normal. Well, to make money, surely, Aaron, the only way to make money is I have to work a job. I have to do tasks for someone else. No, you don't. You can do whatever you want. We're in such a world of opportunity, such a world of abundance, that anything that you enjoy, you can make money out of it. I promise you. If there is something that you have a real hobby of, or you know, a passion, or you're really experienced in an area, a market, a field, a certain type of niche, as long as you just learn the skills of sales and marketing and little call to actions, and you build the confidence needed to get your face out there, you can make money out of it. I promise you. Your life does not have to be working and serving someone else. just because your parents did it, just because your grandparents did it, if they tell you, don't take risks, stay in your lane, these are things that you really need to start evaluating about your social circle in your life, is that you have to be very, very, very careful of who's in your ear, because you can achieve more than what you're doing. And it's, again, I have to say it, it's not about how much money you make. It's about knowing your numbers so deeply, like in depth, knowing your numbers. Like, sit down with your family and work out what is the perfect life for you to live, and what does that look like in numbers. What do you need a week? What do you need a month? What does that look like over the next 20 years of your life, 30, 40 years of your life? And really crunch those numbers. Understand that the workplace doesn't need to define you. Like, you don't need to seek titles. You don't need to seek validation by having a job title so that you feel of worth to society. You can create your own market. You can create your own business, your own brand, your own forms of cash flow. You can build all of it. And then you don't need titles. Someone said to me in the gym the other day, who follows me on social media, what is it you actually do? And I just turned around and said, well, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Because I'm not looking to define myself to one singular thing. And that's what I was in the job. I was Aaron, the shift supervisor. I didn't want to be a shift supervisor. I don't care about being a supervisor. I just wanted to be me. I just wanted to do what I want to do. And you can really achieve that when you start working towards a life by design, when you start replacing your income, when you have true perspective, the realization, when you have your fear, your consequence, when you learn from history. Go and talk to old people or elderly people and ask them, did all your hard work in the 9 to 5 pay off? Did your life end up being what it is, or what you wanted it to be? Now, there will be some boomers who will, of course, say, well, yes, I bought my house. Yeah, well, the property market was very different back in the day. We have to state that. So look, I'm just here to encourage you to take bold moves to build something for yourself. I said it earlier in the video. This video is not in the slightest built, designed, recorded, put out there for people who do not want to build something for themselves. So if that's you and you're watching this video thinking, well, who's he going on about? Who's this guy with tattoos? Don't bother leaving a comment. Honestly, don't bother. Don't waste your time. Go and throw your misery somewhere else, because there's always someone. There is always someone. My videos are only for people who know that there is more to life. And believe me, there is. I've just come back from my mentor's house. We trained like a compounding leg session. We just recorded a podcast about wage slavery. I'm gonna go home to my family now, have some lunch. Got to finish watching The Two Towers with my son, because we're making our way through the Lord of the Rings trilogy. There's more now, isn't there? But yeah, look, if you did like this video, I'd love to know. Let me know what resonated. Did you have a bit of a wake up? Did something, what about this video could you relate to? I'd be very, very, very keen to know. So until next time, my good people, do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.